The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Shot!
Fields going to throw right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This is caught, and he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Me and the homies can trade your outfit.
To throw is Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Bears at 5-7 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Flush to his right. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Fields throwing again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
What is this?
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest? Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Again, that's Watkins. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second and goal, Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Dillon will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25.
Go, take it to the house.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalposts here. 1st and 10. From his goal line here, Fields. He's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Didn't learn his lesson the first time, but looks like a second early interception got through to him. Now he understands. Don't force a throw if it's not there. Oftentimes, running is the better play anyway. Case in point, he picks up a first down there.
On first down, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As soon as he looked down and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach is on.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 78 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Inside.
Now it's Rodgers. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Fields. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 34. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this. Or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Rodgers again now. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They get all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The game's not over, you know. Why is he?
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick-6. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Packers now on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That's caught by Montgomery. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Push through, baby. Let's do it.
On first and 10, here's Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. To throw once more on second and 10. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
To the air again, Fields. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Dillon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Dillon again. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Roquan Smith. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Bears touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And
now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st down, Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing to battle, to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 58.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah.
Fields hit and the ball is loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. Here's Fields. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Montgomery on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it at an avalanche. Dropped at the line. Easy enough to track there. They do indeed convert on fourth. Defensively, they're comfortable lead here on the field, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. In the meantime,
Another shot from the wall on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
that incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Janet Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again. And they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
We have an offense.
On play action, Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers being chased out left. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down throw. Fields nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. Look at the big man rumble. The 20, 10, 5, and that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rodgers throwing here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Paid for this.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And one last throw here for Fields. And now here is another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles,